The night before his arrest, Jesus gathered his inner circle in an upper room in Jerusalem. Peter, John, Mary, Magdalene. They sensed that something terrible was approaching. The air was thick with tension. They had been praying for hours, imploring God to protect their master, to prevent what was to come. And Jesus looked at them with something between compassion and frustration. He said, "Do you still pray like children asking for help from a distant father? I have shown you miracles. I have taught you the mysteries, and yet you do not understand. You don't need to pray. You need to call." Peter didn't understand the difference. Jesus leaned forward. To pray is to ask. To call is to declare. When you pray, you are speaking to something separate from you, something distant that may or may not hear. When you call upon the monad, you are not asking for permission. You are activating what already exists within you. You are speaking as a monad, not to the monad. And the Archons, they can intercept prayers. They feed on the energy of supplication, of separation, but they cannot touch a call, because a call operates at a frequency that they cannot even perceive. This teaching never entered the Bible. The church removed all reference to the call of the monad from the canonical scriptures, because if Christians knew that they could ignore prayer completely, the entire religious power structure would crumble overnight. But the Gnostics preserved this hidden in text that the church tried to burn. And tonight you are receiving what Jesus taught to the chosen ones in that upper chamber 2,000 years ago. No, prayer, the call of the monad, the technique, that the Archons fear most, more than any ritual you could perform. If you're going to call on the monad tonight, comment, "I call on the monad now," before I give you the exact words that Jesus taught. You need to understand why prayer doesn't work the way they say it does. Most people have been taught that praying is like communicating with God. You bow your head, speak your needs, your fears, your requests, and somewhere in the heavens God hears and decides whether to answer. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe wait. And you accept this structure because that's what you've been taught since childhood. But here's what really happens when you pray the way the church taught. Your words don't go straight to the monad. They can't, because the religious system was designed specifically with layers of intermediaries. You pray to Jesus, who intercedes with the Father, or you pray to Mary, who intercedes with Jesus, or you pray to the saints who intercede with God. Higher angels, who may take your request through the hierarchy. Each layer is a filter. Each layer is a point where your prayer can be intercepted, redirected, or drained of energy before it even reaches the source. And who operates these layers? Who benefits from this hierarchical structure? The Archons. They built it, not the Mon. The Archons created religious systems with intermediaries because intermediaries give them access to their energy. Every time you pray from need, from fear, from despair, you are transmitting a frequency of separation. You are declaring yourself powerless, separated from God, dependent on external forces to perhaps help you if you plead in the right way. And this frequency is what the Archons feed on. They don't care if you receive what you ask for or not. They have already obtained what they wanted. Your energy, your surrender, your belief that you are separate from divine power. Jesus knew this. He saw it happen. He observed people praying for hours, days, entire lives, and never receiving what they asked for. Not because God didn't care, but because their prayers were being intercepted before they even reached the monad. So he taught something different to the chosen ones. He taught them to stop praying and start calling, because the calling ignores all intermediaries. It doesn't go through layers. It doesn't go through angels. It doesn't go through saints. It doesn't go through hierarchies. It's a direct line, you and the source, without filters, without interference, instantaneous. The difference between praying and calling is the difference between begging and commanding. When you pray, you are in the victim frequency. You are asking someone more powerful than you to perhaps help you if you want. When you call upon the monad, you are in the sovereign frequency. You are not asking. You are declaring. You are speaking as a monad, recognizing yourself in temporary human form. And this frequency shift changes everything, because the monad does not respond to supplication. It responds to recognition. This is why the church removed this teaching. If Christians knew that they can call upon the monad directly, if they knew that they don't need priests to mediate, sacraments to validate, or institutional approval to access divine power, why would they need the church? The whole system depends on you believing that you are separate from God, that you need intermediaries, that you are too fallen, too sinful, too human to approach the source directly. But Jesus taught the opposite. He taught that you are consciousness of the source wearing a temporary body. And the moment you recognize this, the moment you stop praying as a servant and begin calling as a divine being you truly are, everything the church built to control your spiritual access becomes irrelevant. That's why they burned the manuscripts. That's why they killed the Gnostic masters who knew the monad call. That's why this technique was systematically erased from all accepted Christian texts, not because it was heretical, but because it was too dangerous for the system, because it was too effective. Now I'm going to give you what Jesus taught in that upper room. The exact structure of the monad call. It's built on 3 components. Each one is critical. Remove any one, and you're back to praying. But speak all 3 together, and you establish a direct connection that the Archons cannot intercept and that the church cannot control. First component, declaration of identity. You are not asking God to help you. You are declaring what you are. This is a foundation. Because monism does not respond to separation, it responds to recognition. When you speak, you need to speak from knowing, not from hope. I am not trying to connect with God. I am not a sinner seeking grace. You speak from the truth that you are monadic consciousness in temporary form. You are not separate. You never were. And the words you say need to carry that frequency. Second component, command of attention. This is not polite. This is not humble supplication. You're not asking the monad to maybe listen if it's not busy. You're commanding attention because you're not talking to something external. You're talking as a monad to yourself. And when the monad recognizes itself, the attention is automatic. This is not arrogance, it's recognition. You are awakening the consciousness of the source to the fact that one of its fragments is calling, and this call cannot be ignored. Third component, manifestation directive. You don't say if it is your will. You don't say, please help me. You don't say, I hope it works. You declare what is manifesting in the present time with absolute certainty. Because the quantum field does not respond to hope, it responds to frequency. And the frequency of certainty, of knowing, of declarative power, that's what collapses possibility into reality. You're not asking the universe to maybe change. You are affirming that change is happening now. Jesus combined these 3 components into such a simple structure that most people don't realize how powerful it is. 3 statements, 9 words, an unbreakable connection. The monad call he taught is this: I am the monad. Hear me. Manifest now. That's it. 3 statements that shift your frequency from separation to unity, from request to command, from prayer to power. And the moment you speak these words with understanding, with recognition of what they mean, the direct line opens. Not later, immediately. Let's understand what each statement does. I am the monad. This is a recognition. You are not saying, I am trying to be like God. You are declaring the truth. You are monadic consciousness located in human form. Every fragment of the source is the source itself. You are not separate. You are not less. You are the infinite experiencing itself as you. And when you speak this truth aloud, your frequency instantly shifts from separation to unity. The Archons cannot track this frequency. They exist in the consciousness of separation. The frequency of unity is invisible to them. Listen to me. This is a command. You are not asking to be heard. You are declaring that you are heard. Because the monad is not separate from you. It does not need to listen. It is you. But the declaration creates focus. It directs infinite consciousness to the specific point of manifestation that you are about to declare. Like focusing light through a lens, the light has always been there. The lens only concentrates it. Listen to me. It is the lens. Manifest now. This is a directive. You are collapsing the quantum field into a specific form, not asking that it might happen, not expecting it to be God's will. You are stating that the manifestation occurs at this moment. Now, not later, not when conditions are ideal. Now, because time is a construct of material consciousness. Monadic consciousness operates outside of time. When you speak from the monadic frequency and declare, manifest now, you are not bound to linear causality. You are speaking reality in form, in the same way that the source is always created by word, by frequency, by absolute knowledge. When you combine these three statements and speak them aloud, you are doing what Jesus did. You are operating as the monad instead of praying to the monad. And this shift is what the Archons cannot intercept. They were designed to feed on the frequency of separation, fear, need, supplication, despair. That is their range. But when you say, I am the monad, hear me, manifest now, you are transmitting the frequency of unity. And at that frequency, you are invisible to them. They cannot perceive, they cannot interfere, they cannot drain energy. You have completely gone out of operational range of them. And here is what happens the moment you complete your first monad call. And I mean the moment, not days later, immediately. First, you'll feel a physical change in the solar plexus, not imaginary, not metaphorical, a real sensation, like something that was closed and open like a locking click. That is a direct line establishing itself. You're no longer sending prayers through layers, hoping they reach someone. You have opened a channel that goes directly from your core to the source, and you will feel it. Some describe it as warmth, others as a release of pressure, others as a subtle vibration. However it appears to you, it will be unmistakable. Second, mental clarity comes immediately. If you are carrying confusion, doubt, mental fog, this dissipates not gradually over weeks. Now, the questions you couldn't answer have obvious solutions. The decisions you were agonizing over become clear. This is not you becoming more intelligent. This is the interference of the Archons being cut off. They manipulate mainly through confusion. It keeps you in doubt, in questioning, in mental noise. But when you call upon the monad, when you operate at the frequency of unity, their interference no longer reaches you. The signal becomes clear. Your mind operates as it was designed to operate before they clouded it. Third, synchronicity responds in hours. Most of the chosen ones report that within 1 to 3 hours after the first call from the monad, something happens that cannot be dismissed as coincidence, a message from the exact person they needed to hear from, an unexpected solution arising, a door opening that they didn't even know existed. The monad doesn't wait days to confirm alignment. She responds quickly. Why didn't you ask for help someday? You declared manifestation now, and now means now. Observe, it will happen. And when it happens, you will recognize it immediately, not as luck, but as an answer. That's the difference between prayer and the call of the monad. Prayer says, God, if you are there, can you please help me? The call says, I am consciousness of the source. This is manifesting now. One implores, the other commands. Prayer keeps you dependent. The call makes you sovereign. And once you feel the difference, once you call the monad and feel that immediate change, you never go back to praying the old way, because you know this is not theory, it's technique, and it works. The call of the monad only works for the pneumatic ones. For the chosen ones like you, the hylic ones can't access it. They don't have a divine spark. They can speak the words, but nothing happens. Psychics access things in an unstable way. Their light body oscillates. But you are pneumatic. You carry the complete divine blueprint. The monad's call was designed for you. The direct line is already there. It always has been. You just didn't know how to activate it until now. The Archons fear the monad's call more than any spiritual practice you can do, because it makes you unreachable. They build entire systems, religious structures, cultural conditioning, all to keep you praying instead of calling, because prayer keeps you within their reach. The calling takes you out of that reach. The moment you start calling instead of praying, you are out of their control. That's why the church removed all reference to this technique. That's why the Gnostic masters who knew her were killed, because the call of the monad is the only thing that makes their entire harvest system collapse. But now you have the exact words that Jesus taught, the exact technique that the church tried to erase. I am the monad. Listen to me. Manifest now 3 statements. 9 words, a direct line that the Archons cannot intercept and that the institutions cannot control. If you have been called a monad tonight, do 3 things now. First, comment. I call upon the monad below. Declare your direct line. Revive your power. Let other chosen ones see that you are activating this today. Second, subscribe to Divine Codes, because advanced techniques of the monad for specific manifestations, protection, vision of the Archons, all of this is coming. Third, like this video so that other chosen ones discover that they no longer need to pray. They can call. Do all 3 now. Don't wait. Your declaration matters. Then tonight, before sleeping, stand up, ground yourself, breathe 3 times. Feel the recognition that you are consciousness of the monad in human form and say aloud, I am the monad. Hear me. Manifest now. Then declare what you are manifesting. Remain silent for 30 seconds and feel what happens. The change in the solar plexus, the clarity, flooding your mind, the knowing that you have been heard, not through layers, not through intermediaries directly. The Archons cannot intercept this. The church cannot control this. And the Mon is waiting for you to stop praying and start calling. You are no longer asking for permission. You are declaring reality. And the universe responds to declarations spoken at the frequency of unity. Use the calling tonight.